Hey, we got some brake pads ordered up and they're here. The best brake pads money can buy, according to Scotty Kilmer. AKEBONO's Euro Ultra Premium brake pads. And the bonus is these things come with the wear sensor. So, I talked to the owner. He said, buy whatever you think it needs. And these things, I mean, why pay the dealer twice the price if the quality is the same and you can get these at a more reasonable cost? And we're not going to replace the rotors here. They still look fine. And my policy is, with rotors, is take it for a test drive. If it stops perfectly smooth, there's no pulsations, and they're not rusty, as in they're not going to eat the new pads up, just leave them alone. Why waste resources? And if you get aftermarket rotors for this thing, they're probably going to rust faster than the OEMs. That's pretty much guaranteed. European cars have pretty decent brake rotors that don't rust instantly like some of the aftermarket ones. Like, you get way more than 2 years out of these. So we're going to keep the original rotors, just do the brake pads. The piston here looks a little a little rough on the inside, but retracted fine. And here we'll just put lube on the little ears of the brake pads. It is very simple. It just has a little clip. So let's get this done. And the wear sensor is just, this one doesn't have it on the right side, it's just on the left. Ooh, fresh new brake pads, love it. These things are pretty meaty. I find that European cars have these really thick brake pads. I mean, these shouldn't wear out very fast unless you drive really aggressively or something. But we'll just install them on the caliper. Put a little good stuff on the ears, just where they touch the caliper bracket. Sweet. And we'll just pop it in here. Where's the center of mass in this thing? You should spray a little fluid film inside that board just to make yourself feel good. Boom. And then this guy, do the same process here. Just put a little lube around the ears. Slap it back in. I wonder if Eric O has done a brake job on a 2016 BMW convertible. And by the way, for these things, there's no need for an angle grinder and not much rust buildup. Just kind of clean these guys off with a little file, blow them off, and should be good to go. So pretty straightforward here. Yeah, fits right in, no problems. Got my little ratchet. And they're 8mm packs. Torque to spec. Did you hear the click? And bottom one right here. Oh, come on, find your home. There's a camera in the way. Close up. Go. Can't forget the little plastic caps. One, two, and then the final touch is our fancy BMW plate. Now, what's the easiest way to put these on? Put one ear in and then just kind of when latex gloves always get stuck, spring-loaded mechanisms. Yeah, see, that's good enough. Wheel spins. Awesome. I also like to lube these holes just a little bit with fluid film so the bolts don't get too seized in the hub. But that's pretty much it. Let's go to the other side and knock out that wear sensor. So on the other side, what I like to use to retract pistons is some channel locks, especially if they're the single cylinder, single piston variety. See, there's the pad. This is the one that was giving us the warning. It's probably the most worn of the bunch. But just taking a pair of large channel locks, spanning them all the way out. And gently retracting piston. And at least these are regular metal pistons, unlike those crappy phenolic ones like some American trucks use. I hate those things. They just seize up. You gotta replace them for no reason. Cue the air compressor. Have the junk out of there. Go. You might ask, what does a voltmeter have to do with brakes? I'm just curious to test the new wear sensor, see if it has continuity. That's how it works. It's the only electrical component here. Might as well test it. After all, this is a diagnostics channel, not a brake job repair channel. So let's see. Ohm meter and there's tiny little pins in there. We could get an adapter, but I'm just going to wing it. Well, I found the smallest female connectors in the AES Wave Kit, and they actually fit those tiny pins. So now we can probe these guys and get a reliable reading. And what do we see? Alright, perfect. We have continuity 0.2 ohms. I like it. And obviously the old sensor. Let's pop that little guy out of there. Let's open the magic box. And it's this one. Boom. These little rubber tabs. There he is. Might as well install the new one right away. It's nice that the new sensor comes with the exact correct rubber thingies, and this will go in the brake pad, and this will go into our box. With the little tab, like so. This thingy will live right in here. Now I don't know, this doesn't look waterproof to me, but maybe a little dust cover, best they could do. There we go, nice and tight. Sweet. Last piece of the puzzle is to put this on the pad. Now which side is the wear side? Let's look at the old one. Okay, so the little knob that sticks out has the actual sensor in it, so the fat part goes towards the rotor. So that little guy there, and I assume we just should slide right into the brand new brake pad. Clip. That's it. Car should be happy now. Clip that in here. Should do it. Sweet. It fits. Now if we measure the continuity on this sensor, it should be open, right? Since our code set, and I'm sure there's no continuity, but since we already got the little connectors out, let's just double check. Infinity. Awesome. So we're done. Do the same for the back, but pretty straightforward. At least they make the brake pad replacement easy, and new wear sensors. We'll take it for a spin after I do the rears. So we're at the back of the car now, and it's very refreshing to see regular old pistons that you can just retract. There's no electronic parking brake like on that Mazda CX-5 that kind of got into a little pickle. The parking brake in here is built into the rotors, like a whole drum in there. So that's nice to see. And put this back together, we'll take care of this wear sensor. So to get this wear sensor, it's a little more complicated. The wire is longer. A little tip snapped off there, no big deal. So it's just clipped into a series of clips. A lot of plastic stuff here that I don't want to break. I'm just wondering. Okay, so then it goes here, then it comes here. Then it comes here. Then it comes here. Okay, so far so good. Finally it comes to here. Now what do we do? Now we can pop off this shield. should have one of those little magic boxes. Sure enough, there it is, hiding. Clippy. And here's our guy. Living in a dusty road, it has its pros and cons. The con is that everything gets packed full of dirt. Then your connectors don't get undone as easily as they should. Because it's packed full of dirt. Get a blow nozzle, get that guy. Oh, that made it so much easier. Fantastic. Let's get the new sensor out. I'm wondering if these are OEM or not, but they work, right? So I'm just going to follow the OEM routing so we don't forget where it goes. Open here. And should plug right in. Clips in. And there are these things, they don't even bother with the top cover. Who needs that? There. It's happy. Now there's one clip, and even the little brake bleeding nipple, you tuck the wire in here. How amazing is that? Everything has its little home. And finally, that's it. We're done. Let's pop this wheel back on, take it for a spin. Alright, before we start it up, the brakes are pumped up. All brand new pads. It is crucial that you check the brake fluid level. So with all new pads installed, the brake fluid level should be right at the maximum mark, right? They refilled the reservoir, push them back in. Let's check. This thing definitely looks full. Actually looks, it's all the way up to the brim. That's not good, because if the brake fluid heats up, this thing will start overflowing. Is the maximum, there's a little arrow, it should be right there. So we have to take a little fluid out. Looks at some point it was maybe flushed, or they added it. Didn't change the brake pads, they just topped it off. So now we're almost overflowing with the new pads in there. Let's get a syringe, take some fluid out. Alright, here we go. A little paper towel here. And we're just gonna, take some fluid right out of the reservoir. Alright. Let's see how much we still have. Okay, it's right up to that max line, I think. Yes, it is. So we can close it off. Call this Done. Alright, just turn the key on, not start the car. So it still says replace brake pads. So do we have to reset the system? Let's play around with the menu here. Vehicle info. Vehicle status. There you go, front brake pads. Click that. Please make appointment. Let's see, back. Can we just start up and drive it out? Hopefully it resets on its own. Alright, let's see here. And reverse. And the lights on. So does it store the code? Ooh, in 1,600 miles. Next service due by the specified distance. So fancy. Let's see if we can. What can we do here? Check control. What can we do here? We go down. Ooh, roadside assistance. This is not helpful. Can we reset the system by not using a scanner? I'm really curious. Is this DIY friendly? So on all data, the only instructions say when exchanging brake pads, reset CBS display in accordance with factory specifications. Well, what does that mean? We look up CBS. This probably takes longer than actually doing the stuff. Let's see. Condition-based system. Maintenance reset. Let's see how do we do that? Can we reset in the car? Okay. To be able to check the date, blah blah. The jobs may only be reset after a service measure has been completed. The brake pads can only be reset with a new brake pad wear sensor. Okay. Diagnosis system following path. Start diagnosis, carry out vehicle identification. Wow, so they really lock you in. You need you need a scanner to get rid of that warning message. No ands, ifs, or buts. Ooh. An instrument panel. Check control messages. 90% correctly set. Okay. Service job. Yeah, this is not us here. Communication. Yeah, we're gonna have to hook up a scanner. Alright, let's see what the launch can do. Special function. Brake reset. Oh. Firmware is updating. Alright. Well, we'll wait till that's done. Alright, that only took a minute. Let's jump into BMW. Switch on ignition, okay. Automatic scan. Brake replacement, brake maintenance. I guess we replaced it. Let's see what's going on. Not supported. How about brake maintenance? Ooh. Okay, what's going on here? If the availability of brake pad being replace 0, replace front and rear brake cables. Okay. Okay. Well, front brakes is the one we really need. Manual reset, software reset. Okay, so this is the instructions for manual reset. 10 seconds, value to be trip odometer button. So we could try that. Okay, or software reset. Do you want to do the function you select? Sure. End of test module. Okay. Availability 100%, service counter 2 times. So now if we go into vehicle info, vehicle status, service required. Nice. Front brake pads okay. Launch, you are awesome. Love it. Exit. Let's go back. Let's do the rear brake since we replaced those two. Should we try the manual reset? Alright. Trip odometer for approximately 10 seconds until this CBS appears. This is the trip odometer button. 10 seconds. 3, 4, 5, 6. Reset possible. Ooh, identification and system test. If the value is to be reset, press the button again approximately 3 seconds. Reset is confirmed by pressing the button again for 3 seconds. Okay. Well, how do we choose 1 or 2? You see what I'm saying? Whoa. We're into it now. So I'm not exactly sure. How do we scroll up and down here? Okay, so system test, start roller, test end, unlock. Let's see, system test. Press that for 3 seconds. Start system test. Ooh. Fancy. That is not what I expected from a system test, but very interesting. I guess it'll just keep going until... Oh, look at that. It's like a really fun Christmas tree light show. Ah. Well, let's wait until that's over. And get out of here. I'll hold it for another 10 seconds. Test end. Okay. Whew. Alright, we're going to have to do the software. Software reset. Need a scanner. Availability %3. Service counter 1. Yes. End of test module. Sweet, reset it. Okay. So now, what if we click rear brake pads? It says 50,000 miles. And if you click front brake pads, it says 44,000 miles. So it's reset indeed. That's pretty awesome. Let's see, brake fluid. Engine oil. 8,000 miles, okay. Well, I guess that's about it. There you go. So, yeah, you can do the brake pads yourself, but you're going to need a scanner to get rid of that service message. That's what it takes, but the launch did it perfectly, and you know, for the money, I'd say it's a great scan tool. Hope you enjoyed that on the BMW. Hopefully this thing stays out of the garage for a while longer. And with that, thanks a lot for watching. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.